Hello, welcome to the channel. Today we are talking about a very important subject, one life, live it. I saw a touring car, these cars which tour from one place to the other, and that one was written, one life, live it. So I thought, what does it mean, really? And then of course, as much as I've heard that a cat has got 9 lives, but one thing I'm very sure about is that a person has got only one life. So that person has to live that life to the fullest. Otherwise, you only live in this world once. Yes, in this video, I'll show you how you can live a full life and a happy life up to the years 80, So we must take care of our bodies when we're still young, and our bodies will take care of us when we are older. That's very important. Please subscribe, like and share. Let us explore this together, and of course, let's get started. One life, live it. I've got 12 people whom I'm going to share with you. They are living a full life now. I'm going to give you half right now, and towards the end I'm going to give you the rest of the half. I've got 7 points whereby we are going to discover, you and I, we're discovering how we can live a full life. So just listen, and then where you have a comment, where you want something to say, add or subtract, it's up to you. You can go ahead and do it. Now, the first people who are living their lives to the fullest right now, I met this guy who was cycling bicycle from Cameroon to South Africa. So I felt like, you are cycling from Cameroon, South Africa. And then I was fascinated. I sat next to him. I said, let me take a photo. And we did. And it's an amazing story. What are you doing yourself about your life? You only live in this world once. There's also this couple. They cycled bicycle from South Africa to Kenya. They actually started from South Africa, Lesotho, Eswatini, Mozambique, and Zimbabwe, and Zambia, and Tanzania, Burundi, and Rwanda, Uganda, and Nairobi, Kenya. Wow, that's a story. You know what I'm trying to say? On a bicycle. There was, I think, season number 2, they will cycle back another route, and they are also planning a season 3, season 4. They want to explore the world. What are you doing yourself about such a thing? Their name is Tando Chuma and Vusumusi. There's also this young woman from Morocco. She's actually cycling bicycle from Morocco into the world, but starting with the southern parts of Africa. It's like, wow, solo. She's cycling single. Why can't you do it? The other person is a man. He's cycling, or he cycled, or he's still carrying on from France. He comes from France, and he cycled from France to the Middle East and to Egypt, all the way to Sudan, Ethiopia, and Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Zambia, and then Botswana, and then all the way to Angola and South Africa. Wow, what a story. His name is Kino Yves. If you want to know, I'll put him in the link as well. There's a couple who are backpacking. Backpacking is to put your bags in the back and then go looking for lifts, sleep in tents, sleep in guest houses, or whatever it might be. They are doing it now. They are living their lives to the fullest. They realized it, they have to do it now. Their name is Shish and Nev, One life, live it, Why can't you start something similar to that, I'll give you the other list, of course, as I said, towards the end of before I give you the bonus point, I'll give you the last half of the people who are living their lives to the fullest. So, let us stay together. Other people believe that they came into the world by evolution or by a big bang, Others believe that they came through chimpanzees, But for me, I believe that I came into this world by a creator. So what I did is I went to my creator and asked him, how can I live a long life, a full life and a happy life in this world? And of course, my creator, he actually told me, he said, this is the years you can live in this world. I went to the book of Psalm 90 verse 10, which says, the days of your lives are 80. But by reason of strength, you can live up to 80. You know what that means? 1 score is 20. So threescore is 60 plus 10, that's 70. So in this world, we're supposed to live those years. But then, if we are stronger, we can live fourscore, which is 80. And that's what I'm trying to check with you here. And there are these things which you must follow, which make us to live a happy and long life. So, the first point for you to live up to 80 years is obedience is better than sacrifice. You know, the book Exodus 20 verse 12 says, honor your father and your mother so that your days may be long in the land which God is giving you. You know, why this is very important? Of course, this is very important because your father and your mother, you know, they have lived before you, so they know better. They have seen it all, you know. They have actually seen young people lose their lives needlessly. So you need to listen to them. They're not just forcing you to do bad things, not at all, you know. So, but don't listen to them when they tell you to go and steal or undo any bad things at all. No, you must only listen to them when they are actually telling you to do good things. The book Colossians 3 verse 20 says, children, obey your parents in all things, for this is pleasing to the Lord. So obeying, that's very important, you know. That's point number one. Now, point number two, you know, obey the voice of your maker. You know, as I said, my maker is the creator of heaven and earth, so I obey him. Now, as you know, if your maker is evolution, go and ask evolution how you can live a long life. If your maker, maybe you believe you came from chimpanzees, then go ask chimpanzees to tell you how to live a long life. You might obey them, you must obey them. But for me, my maker says, Deuteronomy 28 verses 1 to 6, it says, if you shall listen to the voice of the Lord diligently, you know, he shall set you high above everyone else, and blessings shall come your way. So when you listen to your maker, he will set you above everybody else, and blessings shall come your way. Of course, if you don't listen, unfortunately, the opposite comes. Now, the laws of nature are the laws of God. You know, the laws of the land are also taken from the laws of God, you know, which include the physical laws of nature, like speed. Now, if you're speeding in a car very fast, and maybe even much faster, you might crash. And if you crash, it means you're not controlling your car because you're speeding too much. And because of that, you are not listening to the laws of nature. You crash and you lose your life. It's unfortunate, you know. Of course, in addition, there are also the laws of gravity. Gravity, if something is high up there, when it falls. So if you fall from a high place, you will be injured definitely. And those are the laws of gravity. You must respect them. There are also the laws of relativity in science. There are also the laws of aerodynamics in planes. A plane is supposed to fly like that, not the other way, and then otherwise it's going to stall, and then you're going to crash, and that would be no good. There are also the laws of love. Yes, they're also very important. They're all important in our lives. If we don't obey them, we soon lose our lives early in the years, so we cannot reach 80 years at all. Yes, let us learn to obey them so that we can live a long and satisfying life. Number three, we can live forever young. You know, we have one life and you must live it. Take care of our bodies when you're young, and your bodies will take care of you while you're older. That's what you're talking about today. I saw a writing on the wall saying exercise plus healthy eating is equal to a long life. What do you think? Do you agree or you don't agree? Please write in the comment whether you agree with this saying. Exercise, of course, is moving about and being active. That's exercise, you know. You need to feel a bit of sweat in your face when you're exercising. That's important. Adam and Eve were not to sleep in the Garden of Eden. No, they were there to move about, you know. And they were put there to dress the Garden of Eden and to keep it in order. Genesis 2 verse 15, you know. They were to pick fruits and maybe gather, you know, from one place to the other. Maybe they could run from one place to the other. So they were busy, and that's what we are supposed to do in this world. Yes. Now, exercise is not by chance. No. It needs discipline. You have to plan it for you to have exercise. It doesn't just come from nowhere. Yes, exercise, you can walk, you can jog, you can run, actually you can cycle, you can actually hike as well as swim, of course. Yeah, exercise starts in the house, maybe in your bedroom with your husband or wife. There you can wrestle a little bit and produce a bit of sweat. That's where it starts. You can take it to the living room with the children, and you can go to the park walking and all sorts. Exercise is a lot of things you can do, as I said. Of course, at the end of the day, exercise, it will make you to be active, and your life will never be boring at all. Now, in this case, I've got videos on running. I'll put in the link, and swimming, and also relationships. Now, if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. I think you've heard about that. If you don't use the muscles, these muscles, if you don't use them, you're going to lose them. Anywhere, any muscles of the body, if you don't use them, you're going to lose them. So you must make use of them. Any muscles in your body, in the legs and everywhere, you must make use of them, otherwise you're going to lose them. Yes, let's go to the next point. Point number 4. God did not dump Adam and Eve into the Garden of Eden. He didn't just throw them there and say, there you go. Not at all. He told them what to do. Yes, He is a caring God. He didn't just leave them. Not at all. He told them what to eat. Genesis 1 verse 29 says, I've given you herb, I've given you tree, and I've given you fruit. These things He gave them. We came from the earth, and we eat also from the earth. That's very important. Other people think that because they're vegetarian, they are better than the others. That's not true. Because even the animals other people eat, they also come from the same earth. So we are the same. We are all protein anyway. Did you know that the medicines the doctors and the chemists and the pharmacists give to us, they also come from the earth? Did you know that? Of course they do. They actually do not come from the sky, not at all. They don't fall from the sky, not at all. They actually come from the barks of the trees. They actually come from the leaves, They come from the stems, and they come from the rocks, from the soil. They come from the minerals which are in the earth as well. And they mix them together, and they make something like that. And you eat it, and you feel better. But of course, let me tell you this. You'd rather have this than that. Yeah, I'll talk just now about this at the end of the day. Yeah, so what happens is this, we must make sure we eat what is from the earth. And of course, if we eat from the earth, we're going to be healthy. And of course, we're going to chase the doctor away. Say, hey, doctor, I'm healthy. I'm heading my years up to 80. Because I know I have to eat right. If I eat right, then I'll be right. Of course, we eat from the earth, and we will live that one life, and we're going to enjoy that one life. Of course. The other thing is this. Point number 5. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Have you heard of that before? Of course, yes. 1 apple per day keeps the doctor away. If you didn't know, then you learn from here, and you learn today. Of course, you're going to tell the doctor, say, hey doctor, I don't need you anymore because I eat well, because I eat good food, and at the end of the day, you'll not pay a lot of money to the doctors because you're eating well at the end of the day. Yes, and of course, what you do is when you eat food as well, you must have mixing. Don't eat one type of food all the time. No, you must mix. You must eat some greens in there, and of course you must eat some reds in there. The reds like that one, like a tomato, and of course some whites. Whites is like starchy foods, you know what I'm saying, and like cassava and all sorts. And your plate must be full of color. If your plate is not full of color, you must know you're eating wrong, and you must change it. And if you eat like starchy food, and starchy food, you're gonna balloon, you're gonna be bigger, and in the end it won't be good for you at all. So we must watch that. Now, I've got a scenario here, the scenario is this. In the morning, you eat an apple. During the day, you eat an egg. And in the evening, you eat a bean soup. Morning, egg, lunch, and then evening bean soup. Now this scenario is this: would you prefer that, or would you prefer in the morning to drink one white tablet, and lunchtime drink one white tablet, and in the evening eat or drink one white tablet? What do you prefer? Would you prefer to eat that and an egg and a bean soup in the evening? Of course, you'd rather prefer to eat that, so that this can be away from you. Yes, you tell the doctor, I don't need you anymore. So it's very important for us to do that, because then it makes us healthy. Now, we talked about exercise. Exercise and eating healthy boosts your immunity. You won't fall sick very easily. But then lack of exercise and poor diet is equal to obesity. Obesity is you're weighty, but you're much weightier. That's what obesity is, and the doctor doesn't want you to do that. And you don't have to wait for the doctor to tell you to start to exercise. No, you can start to exercise now, and then you eat healthy. Point number 6. The Garden of Eden is an outdoor. So enjoy the outdoors. In the outdoor there is oxygen. You must breathe it freely. And of course, oxygen is a healing catalyst, at the end of the day. And also drink the water. In the outdoors there's water, and the water also, drink it freely. Enjoy the water. Yes, as much as we can. Our bodies are 75% water. So we have to drink it, because we keep the cells healthy. And also, the water helps to remove the poisons which might be in the body. Now, when you go to pass water, and when you see that your urine is actually dark, it means you're not drinking enough water. So go on and drink the waters. It's very important. And also the water makes you to pass the waste much easier. You will not be constipated because you're actually drinking enough water. So that's one of the very important things we have to do. Yes. At the end of the day, water is free. Air is free. So go for it and enjoy the free things which your maker actually gives. Another free things is the sunshine. Yes, go out there in the outdoor and enjoy the sunshine. The sun rays are healthy for your body. When they hit the skin, they help to produce what you call vitamin D, especially for the young people, for the children. They need to be outside there, they need to play, and then vitamin D will be produced in their bodies, and then that will help to strengthen the bones. That's very important. As much as vitamin D can be eaten, vitamin A as well and C, all those can be eaten, but end of the day, also it comes from the sun rays. Yes, your bones will be stronger, especially for the children, those who are actually growing. Yeah, the sun also kills the germs on our bodies. So don't stay indoors all the time. Stay outside as well. Have a walk outside there and enjoy the sunshine. Your clothes, when you wash them, or the beddings, hang them out there, because the sun actually kills the germs and you stay healthy. You can stay up to 80 years because you're healthy. Yeah, don't forget that. Yeah, take care of your body while you're young, and your body will take care of you when you're older. That's very important. Now, the outdoors have shades as well under a tree. You need to rest, you need to sit, you need to relax as well. Sometimes you need to rewind. And God himself has given us one day for us to rewind. He's given the last day of the week, Saturday, as a day to rest. People think it's a Sunday. No, Sunday is the first day of the week, but Saturday, that's a day to rest. Exodus 20 verse 8 to 11. That's what talks about. It says, remember the Sabbath to keep it holy, the last day of the week. First day of the week is Sunday. It's a working day, because God himself, he worked. I've got a video on that. If you're not very sure about that, I'm going to put it on the link. And point number 7. Yes, this is the last point, but don't forget there's a bonus point coming as well. You are what you eat. What you eat is who you are. Like I was saying, if you eat starch, you become big, and you balloon and become bigger and bigger. And you wonder, why am I so big? It's because you're eating, first of all, too much, and also the same type of food. Yeah, in your body, you don't have to abuse it. No. If you drink alcohol, your body becomes alcohol. You become a raging person, you become confused, and you are irritated, angry, and mad at people. Why? Because alcohol is ruling in your body. Just like cigarettes. The cigarettes also, they are ruling in your body. Unfortunately, you become addicted. you want more and more and more. And that's not very good for you as well. Nicotine, it makes you unsteady, it makes you irritable, and of course, you become controlled by it, and that's not very good. Let me tell you another thing as well. Did you know that alcohol and cigarettes, they're a selfish type of a behavior? Instead of buying food for the family or your friends, you buy alcohol. It's only for you. You're only smoking for you. And we have to be aware of that, because then it's not right for us. Don't be selfish. Rather, help your family, other than to just help yourself and your friends. When you drink also, you are controlled in a bad way, and that's not very good, of course. And alcohol and cigarettes, they're also expensive. Instead of you saving money or giving to the children or saving for them, you're actually wasting that money. Yes. And also alcohol and cigarettes, they narrow your blood veins. In the body, you have the veins. As years go by, they become narrower and narrower and narrower. And in the end, when you're older, then it starts to tell. You have high blood pressure, you have other illnesses, like diabetes, you have a stroke maybe, skin problems, sometimes tumors in your body, they start to form because you're eating wrong. You start to ask yourself, why me? No, it's not you. It's your choice, the way you chose, and that's very important. Do not eat much food at night. Yes, you can eat during the day, but not at night. Why? Because the body, it rests at night. The heart slows down, the lungs slow down, and then also at the end of the day, your digestion system also slows down. So when you eat a lot of food at night, what happens is it digests, but it stores it as fat in the body, and it become bigger and bigger, and that's not very good for you. The intestines also, they need to rest, so don't eat too much food at night. Yes, when you at night, you can eat a snack, that's fine, so that you don't sleep hungry. That's all right for you. And of course, at the end of the day, that there's this also the saying that when you eat in the morning, you must eat a lot, because you're going to use that for the whole day. And of course, at the end of the day, when you eat during the day, you can eat also, not a lot, but just a good meal. And then, of course, in the evening, you can eat a little. So, for you to be helped, let me tell you what it means. Eat like a king in the morning, eat a lot, that's what it means. And eat like a queen during the day, and eat like a poor person in the evening, of course. And that will help you, because the body, food which you eat in the morning, it will take you the whole day, and people will wonder, how come this person is so strong? He's going strong the whole day because you ate in the morning. Unfortunately, because of culture, we tend to eat in the evening. Culturally, in the Americas, in Africa, Europe, Asia, everywhere, it's a culture. But you can actually change that, because you need to rest at night, and the whole body needs to rest as well. Yes, let me ask you, when you're going driving, do you put your fuel when you start off the journey, or do you put the fuel when you are arriving on the other side? Of course, you put fuel when you're starting in the morning or starting. So in the morning, you put your fuel in your body so that you can go through the day. That's very important. Of course, that's very important. Don't sleep hungry. Even the children, just eat a snack. And then at the end of the day, you're going to be healthier, and you're going to live a much longer life and happy life. Yes, now we're going to move on. As I promised, here is a list of people who are living their lives. They know that they only have one life, and they have to live it. Yes. Before I give you the bonus point, how you live 80 years and even more sometimes, because you're taking care of your body when you're young, and your body will take care of you when you're older. That's very important. There's this person here, Kamran Khan. His name is Kamran on Bike. You can check him out. I'm going to put all these in the links down below. He started to cycle from Germany to Pakistan. It's a long way. He managed it. But now he's cycling the whole world. That's what he wants. One life, live it. Yes. He cycled from Argentina to Alaska. I've forgotten how many months it took him. But it took me a long time, because he's cycling on a bike, What a journey, That's the thing. If you dream to do something, do it, because you only have one life to live in this world. Yes, there's also this lady. Her name is Itchy Boots. She comes from the Netherlands. She's cycling on a motorbike this time around. She's cycling the world. She fell in Tanzania, and she had to abandon her cycling for a while. I think she's healed now. Her real name is Noralie Schoonmaker. You can also check her uh, online as well. Yes, there's also another woman. She's from Nigeria. You know, she's motorbiking now from Kenya to Lagos, and of course, I think she'll go beyond. She goes by the name Go Obeide. That's what is written on her bike. Her real name is Udo Obeidi Joy. I thought she was 24, but I heard that she's actually 26. She had a car accident at an earlier time. She recovered. She was moving in a wheelchair, but then after that she said, I live one life, let me live it. And she's now going on this journey. She's actually documenting the journey as well. There's a couple cycling through the world, present in Africa. It's a husband from the Netherlands and of course the wife from the Philippines. Amazing. They're doing a good job, Check them out. And of course there are so many people who want to cycle or motorbike, maybe run from Cape to Cairo, You can do it in your own country. That's very important. There's also this Fikazo traveler. I think he comes from Rwanda. He's also using a bike. But at one point, I think he went all the way to India. He must have flown there. I'm not very sure. But of course, he's adventurous. He's going out there on a bike. That's important. Something you want to leave, you do it only once in your life, and that's what it is. There's also the McNultys, Peter and Colleen. These are retired people. So you might think, oh, I'm retired, I cannot do anything like that. No. Peter and Colleen, they're doing it. So why can't you do it yourself? Yes. Adventure. We live only one life. We only live once in this world. Take care of your body when you're young, and your body will take care of you when you are older. That's very important. Now, the bonus point, which I promised you at the very start, here it comes. Of course, first of all, let me thank you for waiting, and of course, thank you also for subscribing, and those who like and comment, please go on. If you haven't done any one of these, go on and do it. It helps the channel to grow and also to share the good news to other people on your part. Yes, a healthy body produces healthy offspring, If you mess up your body when you're young, your body functions will not work. Like if you mess yourself, like you want to remove something which is in your body. It started to be there, you want to remove it, you mess up your womb. And you may not have later on your offspring. So when you're young, take care of yourself. Keep chaste. And at the end of the day, you're going to be happy towards the end. Genesis 1 verse 31 says, God made everything very good. So when God says very good, it means it was very good. 100%, that's what it means. So at birth, you as a man, you've got the fluid. And you as a woman, you got the eggs. And when you get married, they mix another offspring. So do not mess these things up at all. It's very important. God's creation is wonderful. It is complicated. But of course, it's a blessing. Go on and have, but then at a later time. The optimum to reproduce for a woman is 23. And of course, for a man is 25. Basically, your body is at its peak in its growth, So at 25, if you have offspring, it will be sharp. It's going to be perfect. It's going to be 100%. I mean, I'm talking out of experience really here, because myself, when I married my wife, I was 25, she was 23, and we had the first child, and that child the immunity was high. I mean, she was just a perfect girl, you know what I'm saying? And she didn't get sick throughout. So optimum means the best, like your ears, you can hear perfectly. Your eyes is perfect. Your brain and your body is at its strength, optimum. That's the best time for you to reproduce, have offspring. Yes, that's very important. So end of the day, I married my wife when I was 25, she was 23, and we produced our child, and that was it. Of course, I have got 3 daughters and 1 son. The son is the last one, and I'm happy for them, and I love them, of course, each one of them. Yeah, when you reproduce at 16, let's say, or you get married at 16, your reasoning is not really at full capacity. 10 years later, you regret, why did I do it? So sometimes that's why you have to wait up to a certain time, and then you reproduce at the right time. Also, when you marry at 30, 31, it's not too late. It's okay, but then you're not at optimum, and when your child will be 20, you're gonna be 50. It's not too bad at all, but end of the day, you must do it at the right time. Yeah, be matured in your mind and make a right decision. Otherwise, you're gonna regret all the rest of your life, and that's not very good at all. In sports, people, they actually contract the footballers when they're about 25, because that's the optimum for them. A 25-year and a 55-year, if they compete in one way or another, the 25-year is obviously to win, unless otherwise, But otherwise, that's your best. Do not forget that to take care of your body when you're young, and your body will take care of you when you're older. That's very important. Okay? Yeah, thanks very much, guys. I want you to live a long life and a happy life up to 80 years, as my maker says, you see, and listen to your maker, and of course you're going to be happy, and you're going to want to have these troubles at all. Thank you for watching, and of course share, and of course like and comment. Thanks very much, guys. I love you all.